Student, today we are going to study third part in flower, that is androecium. Androecium is the third whorl of floral leaves of flower placed inside corolla. It is made up of one or more stamens. The function of stamen is to produce pollen grains or microspores. On germination, they give rise to male gametes. Hence, stamens are male reproductive parts of a flower. Then we must know structure of stamen. A typical stamen consists of three parts: filament, connective, and anthers. So first we see first part, that is filament. It is slender stalk of the stamen. It may long or short. Sometimes the filament may be very short or even absent. The stamen without filament is called sessile. Generally, filament is simple, but rarely it is profusely branched. Example, castor. Then second part, that is connective. It is sterile tissue which connects the anther lobes with filaments. It is nothing but the extension of the filament between the anther lobes. Sometimes the connective may prolong beyond the anther lobes into a hairy or scaly or feathery appendages. This outgrowth is known as stamina corona, example nerium. And third part of this stamen is anthers, which is a swollen bag-like part placed at the top of filament. It is made up of two anther lobes. Each anther lobe contains two pollen chambers or pollen sacs. The pollen chamber contains numerous pollen grains. Thus, a typical anther is bilobed or quadrilocular. The pollen grains are free from each other, but in some plants such as calotropis and orchid, the pollen grains from each sac remains together and form pollen masses called pollinia. The stamens without anthers are non-functional and are known as staminode. Example, cassia shows 7 stamens and 3 staminodes. The next point in androecium is that fixation of anthers. The attachment of anther with filament is called as fixation of anther, which may be of following types such as adnate, basifixed, dorsifixed, and versatile. So first we see adnate condition. The filament runs along the back of the anther. Example, annona, michelia, and nymphea. Second, that is basifixed. Anther is fixed to the filament by its base. Example, datura, mustard, radish, tomato. Then next, dorsifixed. The anther is fixed to the filament by its back, and anther is immobile. Example, passion flower, sesbania, and begonia. Then next, versatile. Filament is attached to the back of anther at a single point only, so that it can swing freely in the air. Example, wheat, maize, grasses. Then next point, that is variations of stamens. The stamens in a flower may be free, that is polyandrous, or united. They are united among themselves or with other parts of the flowers. The union of similar part is called as cohesion, and the union of one whorl with other is known as adhesion. So first we see first point, that is the cohesion of stamens, that is union of stamens with each other in different degree. It's called as cohesion of stamens. It is of three types, that is Adelphi, Syngene, and Synandry. So first we see Adelphi. We must know that is what is meant by Adelphi. When stamens are united by when stamens are united by their filament only, leaving anther free. Such condition is called as the Adolphus condition. The Adolphi is of mainly following types: monoadolphus condition, diadelphous condition, and polyadelphous condition. Therefore, first we must know that is what is meant by monoadolphous condition. See here, the filaments of all stamens in a flower are united to form a single bundle, to form staminal tube, where as the anther remains free. The staminal tube encloses the ovary and style, example hibiscus. Then diadelphous condition, see here, the filaments of these stamens are united to form two bundles. Example, in P, filament of 9 stamens unite to form one bundle and the 10th stamen remains free. The staminal tube encloses ovary and style. And third point, that is the polyadelphous condition. Here, the filaments of stamens are united to form more anthers are free. Example, that is citrus. Then after Adolphi, we must know Syngene. So see here, only the anther of the stamens unite and the filament remains free. Such condition is known as a syngenesis condition. Example, sunflower. The anthers of all 5 stamens unite by their lateral margins to form an elongated anther tube. The filament remains free. The style passes through anther tube. Third point, that is synandry. When the stamens are united by their anthers as well as filament throughout their length to form a composite structure, this condition is called as a synandrous condition. Example, Coccinea, Colocasia. These are the few examples of this condition. Then we must see, that is the adhesion of stamens. Adhesion is the union of stamens with other floral leaves, that is sepals, petals, tepals, and carpels. It is of the following types: epipetalous, epicephalous, epiphyllous, and gynandrous. So first we must know that is epicephalous. Stamens unite with sepals by their filament is called as the epicephalous condition. Example, Quiscalis, that is Rangoon creeper. Then epipetalous, that is stamens unite with petals by their filaments. Example, Datura, Ipomea, potato, brinjal, etc. Then epiphyllous, stamens unite with perianth lobes, that is tepals by their filaments. Example, tuberose, onion, etc. And the last one is, that is gynandrous. Stamens unite with gynoecium. Example, that is Calotropis. The condition is known as a gynandrous condition. It is of two types, that is gynostemium and gynostegium. In gynostemium, the stamens unite with the style and stigma of a flower. Example, epiphyte orchid plants. And second one is, that is gynostegium. All the anthers of stamens are united with the stigma, but style remains free. The filament produces staminal corona. Gynostegium provides landing site for pollinator. Example, Calotropis. Okay, thank you.